So I've just woken up this morning and the Square Enix press conference has now taken place, and obviously one of the things I'm going to be focusing on is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I'm just going through the press conference here and I've just watched the video footage for the opening boss battle in the game. I'm assuming the opening boss battle, it wasn't the original, against the guard Scorpion. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and watch that together, and then I'll share my thoughts with you. So if you've seen this clip already, you might want to just skip ahead by 5 minutes, since that's how long the video is. But let's go ahead and press play here and watch the battle itself.
Crossing! Heads up. What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Shit!
Should I be worried?
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn. Not clear enough. I ain't gonna get away. Oh yeah! Time for some hardcore payback.
Going all out. Barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine. Bring it on. About damn time. Ain't that something you want to say to yours?
Bingo! Focus on that cord.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't keep me waiting in suspense next time.
Take him down.
This is now. You're mine.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Fuck all this!
Strike now before it fires again.
Come get some! Hey, it's doing that thing again!
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again! Now, get in there and do that! Yeah! This one right here is for the plan. We gonna let this thing be putting us around. I don't think so. And down goes another. Oh, you in for it now.
Taking over. Going in. You're as good as dead.
damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Okay, so, well, it's difficult to know where to begin, really. Obviously, we get a really good look at the battle system in this particular video clip, and it was great to see, by the way, the entirety of this battle. We've seen bits and bobs of it here and there over the past month or so with various bits of video footage, and I think a lot of questions have been answered. For example, we previously saw we previously saw that the whole reactor was kind of crumbling around Barrett and Cloud, and we kind of suspected this was the aftermath of the Guard Scorpion fight, and now we actually see that that is the case. At the end of the battle, the boss uses his laser and basically just destroys the area around him, setting everything on fire. So it's all very exciting, and it all looks very interesting, I've got to say. I really, really like how they've basically captured the concept of if Final Fantasy VII was real, then this is how it would happen. Obviously, technology was far more limited in 1997 when the original game was made, so you couldn't quite capture the scope then that they've been able to capture now. It's interesting, actually. I was just thinking about how technology has changed. And when you think about the original game, the original Final Fantasy VII, and the original battle, for example, against the Guard Scorpion, although I've noticed it's no longer called the Guard Scorpion, it is the Scorpion Sentinel. But it's interesting to see just how much we've progressed in terms of technology. Obviously, as we play games today in the the current year and whatnot, we get to see this anyway. But actually seeing it with a game that existed back in 97 and seeing that same game again 22 years later, it really does demonstrate just how far we have come along. And, I've got to say the battle certainly seems 100 times more exciting. One of the things about the boss battles in Final Fantasy VII is that they're all easy. The game itself is not really a difficult game. Now, of course, there are exceptions to that. There are some tough battles, and there are some optional fights that are very challenging. But overall, the bosses in Final Fantasy VII were fairly simple and didn't really have much strategy involved with them. But obviously, we expect a lot more now, don't we, in 2019? And it does seem that the developers that Square have decided to take that kind of feedback, which was given even back in the day, on board here. And there's a lot of strategy involved. Now, we've already seen how the battle system works. There was a brief gameplay video. The bulk of the battle system is fundamentally going to take part over two gameplay mechanics. The first of all, which is what we're seeing now, is the action-oriented section of combat. And this is where you button mash in order to unleash the various weapon attacks of your party members. So if you hit square on the controller, you're going to unleash your character's main weapon. So if you're controlling Cloud, you'll attack with the Buster Sword. I'm not sure if there's going to be like a light and heavy attack with square and triangle, but I'd assume it'd be something similar along those lines. And you can also see the ATB bar is back. That's the two blue bars under each character's name, which you can see at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, which is going to fill gradually over time. But also as you perform actions, that's going to fill it faster. And when that's filled, you're then going to enter a more tactical system, and this is perhaps going to just play homage to the original Final Fantasy VII battle system, where you go through and select various abilities that you want to go ahead and unleash. And during the tactical mode, the whole of the battle virtually freezes. Well, not completely, but it slows down dramatically. And this gives you opportunity then to just go through your various options, whether you want to select limit breaks, whether you want to throw healing items around the battlefield, whether you want to cast various magics, etc. And it's just going to, as I say, just really play back, really call back to the original Final Fantasy VII, where you'd go through those menus. So when you're not in tactical mode, as far as I understand, pretty much the only option is going to be to attack. So yes, this game is going to have clearly an action-oriented combat, but unlike perhaps Final Fantasy 15 or even Kingdom Hearts to a certain degree, it's going to have a much stronger focus also on the tactical side of combat as well. Overall, I think this fight really does demonstrate a lot about the gameplay mechanics of Final Fantasy VII. It's something I'm very excited for now. Been a little bit apprehensive about how combat's going to work, especially since I wasn't really a big fan of the combat in Final Fantasy 15. But hopefully they've learned a lot of lessons with that, and they've really refined the system here going forward. So we'll see how it all plays out, of course, over the coming months. But I would really be interested in hearing what your thoughts are of this particular video, guys, in terms of the boss battle against the Scorpion Sentinel, as it's now known. Personally, I think if this is a sign of what we can expect with the game, then, you know, I'm very, very excited, I've got to be honest with you, because it just looks so much fun. It really did, and I can't wait to get stuck in. But please do share your thoughts in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Well, folks, thanks so much for stopping by the video today. Now, perhaps I might be able to persuade you to come and join us over in the FuzzfingerGaming Discord channel. It's a great place where we can continue on with the conversation, and I'll leave a link to it down in the video description. Until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.